Welcome all you recorder people or people who are interested in learning recorder. This is an intro video. I'm going to assume you've never played before, but I know that some of you have. But anyway, this is a recorder. You can pick these up for about $8 or $10 at your local music store, or you can pick them up on Amazon. This happens to be an Angel recorder that I'm playing today, but Yamaha makes a good one, and there's plenty of other brands as well. They all work about the same, so recommend you get your own. Today we're going to just talk about the basics of it, and I'm also going to leave links for you to other learning videos on YouTube that you can do as well. So today I just want to go over some basics. First of all, you blow into it. You want to blow gently. Probably the number one mistake people do is they blow really hard and they get that really annoying squeaky sound, and it's really easy to do. It's a very small instrument. It does not take a lot of wind power. You want to make sure you blow softly, especially for the low notes. Don't push that air too quickly through the instrument, or you'll definitely get those squeaky sounds. You want to make sure you cover the holes completely. If you do not cover the holes completely, if you only partially cover them, you can get a squeaky sound, so careful with that. You want to use kind of the fat, fleshy part of your fingers, not so much your fingertips. It makes it more difficult to play. So unlike guitar, we would use our fingertips when we play. With the recorder, you want to give yourself the best chance of covering the holes, and that sort of fat, fleshy part you want to play with. As you learn the notes, really take the time to just get a great note for each note, okay? For instance, often maybe you start with the B note, which is your thumb and finger, and just get a great B note. Okay? If you're getting some sort of squeaky sound, maybe I didn't cover the holes completely, something like that, double check, make sure you're covering those holes completely, and just one by one, get each of those notes one at a time, really clean and clear. Okay, so that's the fingering. There's charts you can find for the fingering. We're actually going to go through a whole octave today. What else do we know about it? You do not have to blow for every single note, so you don't have to go. You don't have to take a breath for each note. You can actually just do one breath, multiple notes. Okay? If you want to tongue the note, you may. That's like a T or a D, whatever works for you. And you can tongue those without taking multiple breaths, okay? If you find yourself getting a little lightheaded, then you've probably breathing too often. Just take a rest for a minute or so, and you'll get your that dizziness will go away. All right, let's see. So what are we going to work? At the end of the lesson, I'm going to play Ode to Joy, so you hear that being played, although there's a link for it, so you'll have the notes and fingering online. But I did want you to hear it played individually, so you can really hear the tone that you would like. What else? The mouthpiece, make sure it's not too high. You don't want to stick it up here nor too low. Kind of, the mouthpiece itself will kind of show you the angle that you should play it. Okay, I'm going to take some time. I'm going to move the camera down so you can see my fingers better. And I'm going to move down here, and so you can see my fingers being played. All right, so let's just start with a B note. Next to A note would be two fingers and your thumb. And what you want to do is your right hand thumb put down here. Now normally it's fingered with the left hand up top and right finger down below. Now you can do it the other way. You can switch those hands and do that, but only if the bottom part of your instrument has a part that rotates here. If not, it's fingered for the right hand down below. And so you should have the right hand down here and the left hand up top, okay? Don't worry, both hands will get used. Whether you're right-handed or left-handed, you can do both of those. Okay, where are we at? We did B, A, and next note is G. So I'm kind of keeping the thumb here to support it, otherwise it tends to flip out of position, and so keep my thumb there just for support of the instrument. All right. Let's see what else. Okay, so if we added one note in the right hand, and then second note, okay, and then lastly a low C. Those low notes, especially the D and the C, do not blow too fast through the instrument, or you won't get that clear, clean, low note. Okay, so we're going to go through an octave here. I just need to add one more note. The C, the high C note, is the thumb and the middle finger together. Again, I keep my thumb here to support it. So that's a high C note, okay? So we're going to just play through an octave today. Let's work backwards, shall we? So we're going to start in that high C note. And then the B note, I let go of the middle finger and instead my index finger. Now the A note. G is next, 3 fingers and thumb. Adding 1 finger of my right hand. 2 fingers now. Next the D note with the 3 fingers. And lastly a low C. Let's go through a whole octave now from the bottom on up, nice and slow. Take a breath when you need it. I'm going to hold each note for a little bit, so we'll call them whole notes, shall we? Starting with that low C. Here we go. Let's take a breath and continue. Okay, that takes us to the C. There is on Ode to Joy, there's a high D. So the D would just be the center finger, the middle finger of the left hand. There would be the D. So C would be here. D would be here. And that would be all the notes for Ode to Joy. All right. I think I will post Ode to Joy separately, and we'll stop there. So that's kind of on this. That's enough for all the skills that you need to learn on that.